He did not begin life as a criminal. This is the part that we forget. He did not arrive in the world wearing chains. He did not learn to steal before he learned to speak. He was not born running from anything. Once, he was rocked to sleep. Once, someone whispered his name with hope. Once, a woman counted his fingers to make sure there were 10. And once, a man lifted him into the air and said, "Look how strong he'll be one day." But strength is a strange thing. It can be used to build or take. And for a while, he tried building, worked where he could, learned how to lift and carry, tried to stand in lines where men waited for work. But Rome, well, Rome took the good jobs. Taxes took the rest. And hunger is not patient. By the time he learned how easy it was to take what he couldn't earn, his hands already knew the way. At first, it was small things. A loaf of bread, a coin left unattended, a pouch someone set down too carelessly. He told himself, just tonight, just this once, just enough to get through. But just enough always asks for more. By 20, his name had changed, not legally, socially. It was no longer spoken with pride. It was spoken carefully. By 30, it was spoken by officers. And by the time iron closed around his wrists for the final time, he no longer fought it. Because somewhere between his first theft and his last breath, his hope had worn thin. They marched him through the stone streets that still smelled like yesterday's bread, past shops where he was no longer welcome, past windows he would never look into again. And as they walked him uphill, he heard hammering. Not construction, preparation. 3 crosses waited. He noticed that one of them, the middle one, already had a sign nailed above it, and it read, King. He almost laughed. The crowd was loud at first. They always were. Some came to cheer, some to feel better about their own lives, and some because children like a spectacle. One of the other condemned men spit blood and rage at the soldiers. One man stayed quiet, because after a lifetime of running, he was tired of moving. The hammer struck. The sound of it traveled through bone. Each breath became work. Each moment, a decision. The crowd pressed in closer, and someone shouted from below, "He saved others, let him save himself." That was about the time the other thief began screaming at the man in the middle cross. "If you're really who they say you are, do something." Our man turned his head slowly. Every inch cost him, but he looked away. And for the first time in years, he spoke not to defend himself, but to defend someone else. "We deserve this." His voice surprised even him. "We do." Then quieter. "But he doesn't. And now he turned his eyes again, this time fully toward the battered face in the center. The man wearing thorns did not panic, did not argue, did not plead. He simply endured. And something long buried in the thief's chest stirred. Not belief, not yet, but respect. So he asked nothing bold, not for rescue, not for relief, not even forgiveness. He asked for memory. Remember me. It was the smallest prayer in Scripture and the largest miracle. The answer came not from the crowd, not from the skies, but from right beside him. Today, you will be with me in paradise. Not someday and not if. Today. The thief did not understand theology. He did not understand kingdoms. He had no time to do rituals or penance. But he understood what today meant. It meant that after the darkness, there would be light. The sky dimmed, the crowd quieted, and the earth shuddered. And the man who had spent his life taking his last breath from others gave up his own. And now, here's the rest of the story. When he arrived at eternity's door, he did not arrive as a hero. No one applauded his entrance. No list of good works trailed behind him. Only wounds, only mercy. And when asked on what right he had to enter heaven, he gave the only answer he had. The man on the middle cross said I could. And that was enough. God bless you, friends.